Quick check on the leaderboard. BJP leading in 3 out of the 4 states. 3 out of the 4 big states. Right now, the BJP is leading. We've put Nadda ji's picture here not because he's the chief ministerial candidate, because yahan dono ka pata nahi hai kaun hai. That's why Shivraj Singh ji, we still feel Mama ji will be the CM. But these 2 states, we don't know. Will there be a different face and a different kind of governance that will be promised? Is there a similar situation like UP? We have to wait and watch. In the battle for the states, Congress is taking, and Revant Reddy has led this surge, led this challenge, and that's why he's here. Congress seems to be in pole position as far as leads are concerned, comfortably steamrolling the BRS in Telangana. And what does that mean? Shivani is with us. Shivani, how many rounds of counting? What's the update?
You know, Anand, I know that one of the tightest contests, at least, by what we anticipate, is going to be in Telangana. And that's the one result a lot of us are watching out for. So I cannot quite give you the round-wise vote just yet, because in our system, the round 1 vote hasn't quite dropped in. But I'm going to tell you what I am seeing for Madhya Pradesh, for example. From Madhya Pradesh, the round 1 EVM count is out. So I can see, for example, Shivraj Singh Chauhan has 3,000 votes and is leading from his constituency after round 1. Mind you, this is just round 1. You've got Anchal Sonkar from Jabalpur Purb leading by more than 6,700 votes. So that's one of the largest vote counts that has come in. Let me also tell you, in Chhattisgarh, for example, I'm looking at some of the number of votes that BJP and Congress candidates are getting. So the BJP candidates who are leading by as many as 5,000. They've got 5,000 votes, for example, after round 1. Some of the INC candidates who may be leading but have got very limited number of votes, for example, 200. So this is a very varied trend that is coming in. But let me also tell you, from Rajasthan, for example, we've got Diya Kumari, who was the first trend to come in.
Yes.
Actually got 7,000 votes in round 1. So that's what I can confirm to you. And this is one of the largest amount of votes after round 1 of counting from Rajasthan
It's a big lead that's been opened up. Quick update from Rajasthan. Shivani, come back to you. Sachin Pilot is trailing from Tonk in Rajasthan. Sachin Pilot, currently at least 1 round of counting is out. Votes are being counted. Sachin Pilot is trailing in Rajasthan. Vasundhara Raje is leading in Jhalrapatan. That's the word coming in. Rajyavardhan Rathore continues to trail from Jotwara. So we'll try and see if Shivani can pull out the vote count in these 3 constituencies: Tonk, Jhalrapatan, Jotwara, and also Sardarpura, where Ashok Gehlot continues to lead. Yes, Shivani.
So as far as the vote count is concerned, I can definitely tell you Colonel Rajyavardhan Rathore from Jotwara got 3,425 votes in round 1, but he is trailing. So that gives us a sense that the other candidate, Abhishek from the Congress party, must have got more than this.
The lead but will be marginal there, not a very handsome lead.
Possibly not too much, because there are about 14,000 to 15,000 votes per EVM count or round. So this is the breakup. Amongst the other constituencies, some of the key constituencies you've mentioned, Anand, I don't have that data just
Tonk
yet.
in Rajasthan, if you have Tonk,
hasn't come Tonk hasn't come in just yet.
We got more updates. Just key race alert quickly. Govind Singh Dotasara is leading from Lachmangarh. Congress candidate there, and perhaps a very, very close aid of Ashok Gehlot. Ajit Mehta of BJP is actually leading from Tonk in Rajasthan. So he's actually giving Sachin Pilot a run for his money from Tonk in Rajasthan. Big indications there. Let's go back to the wall where it's all flooding up.
You know, last time when we checked in, there were only 3 independents who are leading. Right now there are 11. So that number is going up as well. So there are rebels now in the Udaipur belt. There are rebels now in the Bikaner-Jaisalmer belt. And there are a couple of rebels in eastern Rajasthan as well. There is a BAP party, BAP.
Yes.
So in the Udaipur belt, there are 3 candidates of the BAP party who are leading. In this desert belt, Bikaner, Jaisalmer, that belt, again, 3 independents are leading there. So it'll be interesting. I don't think this game in Rajasthan is over just yet.
Who are they leaning towards? These independents.
You can be assured, Zaka, that somebody from the BJP at least will be on the phone.
Yeah. Look, that's what Payal told us. Payal said till late last night, Gajendra Shekhawat, Arjun Ram Meghwal, they were all in Jaipur. We'll see if we can go to Payal. And they said that late nights the phone was ringing and they were all in touch with these independent candidates. Phones were there constantly on the line. And
will it even come to it
No,
with
no, I think they will still
107.
make them join.
They'll still make them
get
join.
the support just to be a little comfortable.
Yeah, absolutely robust.
I don't want to raise this issue, but I want to throw it up there. Salt of the earth Gehlot versus Sachin Pilot. Is that a factor here? What's
No,
happening?
I think this is largely the, the Gujar sentiment there. If you remember the last time, he was party president.
Yes.
In the other two states that the Congress won, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, they decided to make the state
Party
president, the
president,
PCC president, the chief minister. Only in Rajasthan they made an exception. And you remember there were a lot of blockages of the highway, etc., that had been done by supporters of Sachin Pilot.
No, but
this is a grievance.
he himself is trailing. That's the
That's-
other.
that's-
This is a
what I'm saying.
grievance. So maybe,
It's, yeah.
Here's my question, that we've been talking about how a lot of the supporters of Sachin Pilot may be voting against the party to express their unhappiness at him being sort of downgraded, right? Can you really be a leader if everybody...
That's
if
what I'm
you
saying.
lose yourself,
Is it really
right?
coming down to salt of the earth versus, I don't like to say these words, but, an entitlement? So I don't know. I mean, Sachin
I think
Pilot...
he worked very hard as PCC president. I don't think you can call it entitlement.
then why are his supporters deserting
I
him?
think that in terms of his own, the way he has run his game so far, every time he has rebelled or raised an issue and called back to the negotiating table with the Congress, he's come away with a little less.
Acha ji,
Then he walked
quick
in.
update.
Why-
Chhattisgarh,
I think there's some
BJP
sort of
is in winning
understanding
position in terms of
striking
lead,
out on his
47. Chhattisgarh 47, 2 clear of the halfway mark right now. BJP, nobody had thought this would
like the
happen.
South Africa of
And
the
in terms of
1990s,
Rajasthan, the 11, 13 others. Leads for the others is 13. Here in
what
Rajasthan,
confidence
leads
do you
for the
exit?
others is 13. 105 plus 13. How many of them will go towards the BJP? You have to wait and watch. Does this mean that the BJP can look beyond Rani Saiba? Big question. We'll try and go across to Payal in a bit. But Shivani has an update from the live result hub. Yes, Shivani.
Anand, you were talking about Lachmangarh from for Govind Singh Dotasra. So I have the vote count from that constituency, and it's an interesting read because Dotasra has 4,361 votes after round 1 of EVM counting. He's leading, but his competitor from the BJP, Subhash Maharia, actually has 4,578 votes after round 1 of EVM. So slightly, Dotasra got much more, at least 200 more than the other candidate in the postal ballots, because this doesn't include the postal ballots. So despite winning more votes in the round 1 of EVM, the BJP candidate is trailing to the Congress candidate.
We will go back to Rajasthan in just a bit. Madhya Pradesh, just parking it with our experts here. If you remember, the best ever of the BJP is at 140 or 142? 141.
Yeah.
Now, they're just 3 shots in terms of lead of their best ever in Madhya Pradesh. That is after 18 years in power. So imagine that. But Chhattisgarh is what you had plotted, Zaka. If you can go back to Chhattisgarh, what's the story there?
I think
How is this
clearly
47 lead happening?
The BJP is raking up the numbers in southern Chhattisgarh, no doubt about it, in the Bastar-Dantewada belt. This is an area where the Congress completely swept last time around, and the BJP's got a whole bunch of seats, tribal seats, in the northern part as well. So in a way, the BJP is going back to how it won in 2013
And some of
in
the
2008.
swing seats in the middle, in that plain region.
These are of
also-
course, Durg Raipur is somewhere here.
Yeah.
So the plain seats, there the Congress seems to be holding on to what it won last time.
Yeah.
But really the southern part, Naxal affected.
But those
and the
might
northern
change
part,
also because they were won by very
Thin
small
margins.
margins, even though the Congress did get a large
Again, in
number.
Durg Raipur, last time we checked, I said BJP has only 1 lead. Now they have 3 leads. So I think things are changing for sure in Chhattisgarh, no doubt. No one expected the BJP to actually win Chhattisgarh. Right now, they are 1 above.
Except for the
halfway.
BJP.
Except perhaps for the BJP itself. But
89 minutes,
But let me ask
89
you a
minutes
question.
into counting,
Let me
89
throw
minutes
this up
into
there.
counting.
Let me
Yes,
throw this up
Chhattisgarh
there.
and then Madhya Pradesh. Yes,
Let me
Rahul
throw this
Shankar.
up there. 3-1. In case these trends hold and it's 3-1 for the BJP, will the BJP still say that, oh, Lok Sabha elections are a completely different kettle of fish and assembly elections have no real impact on the Lok Sabha
They're
elections?
going to say this is because of the Modi factor, that the Modi factor works even at the state level. That's
Even
what
Sir,
Shivaji
Modi and
Chauhan is going
Mahila.
to say
Sir,
that.
two factors.
against
Modi
the
and
whole-
Mahila.
And I
Modi
think
and
in this
Mahila.
case, Rahul,
Modi
they
and
would have a
Mahila.
point.
They would
Because
have
it would mean that if the
Yeah.
Congress can't win at the state level,
Yes.
what hope will it have the Lok Sabha
I think
election?
it's also
yeah,
very
MP
bad
mein if
news
this
for
number
sitting
happens-
MPs of the BJP.
If this number happens in MP, it's Modi and Mahila. It's Ladli Behna with Mamaji
Nari
Mahila and the Modi factor. These are the 2 factors that will work, and that is going to be the pitch for the BJP in Lok Sabha 2024. And the demand from the BJP supporters now was
Who are
what
my
echoed in
foreigns?
Dubai. Ab ki baar 400 par. That's the expectation that will be set. That you got to win bigger than what you did. What you won in 2019.
Congress will go back with another M factor, which is the minorities.
Minority, yes.
Are,
Right.
Robustly.
Minority will consolidate with the Congress
Which may
party.
play to the BJP strengths going into the Lok Sabha
or the Muslim
elections.
vote. Not even minority, the Muslim vote. Let's not say minority. The Muslim vote will consolidate with the Congress.
Just want to run you guys through the Madhya Pradesh numbers. The urban vote, right? Indore, 3 out of the 5 seats are reporting. All 3 the BJP is leading. Bhopal, surprisingly, not 1 seat is reporting. I don't know, some problem there, or maybe it's not reflecting on the wall. I don't know. But Bhopal, we don't have any leads in the city or in the outskirts. In Gwalior, interestingly, all 3 seats, the city seats, the BJP is leading in. In Jabalpur, which the Congress won last time around, the Congress is leading only in 1. The BJP is leading in 3. 1 is yet to report. So, if in the place
Indore
where
batao,
they had...
Indore batao, jahan Kailash Vijaywargiya was...
Indore, we've got 3 out of 5. I don't know if Kailash Vijaywargiya seat is reporting, but
That's
3 out of
Indore
5, the BJP is
Indore
leading.
1 is Kailash
Indore 1 is
Vijaywargiya.
Kailash Vijaywargiya.
Indore 1 and Kailash. Indore 3 was his son.
No, Indore 3 was his son, but he wasn't.
What nahi diya, ticket
So they're
nahi
leading
diya.
in Indore 2, they're leading in Indore 1, and they're leading in Indore
Kailash
5.
Vijaywargiya is leading.
You didn't,
Kailash Vijaywargiya is leading.
Yeah,
Kailash Vijaywargiya is
What
leading.
about Narsinghpur?
Anyone saying
I haven't got to that yet.
So
But
anyone saying that after the Ram Mandir, the emotive impact of playing the Hindu card is receding is actually now disproved. Third end,
I don't think it has
the
anything to do
majoritarian.
with the Ram Mandir.
I think it's fundamentally
the-
consequential when during this entire campaign you suddenly say that, okay, Ram Mandir inauguration, 22nd, Ram Lalla is going to be consecrated.
I think that has more to do with the
They
ability
are
to
running a
deliver.
campaign.
So what changed in Madhya Pradesh? Abhijit?
Yes.
I mean, for 20 years the BJP has been in power. We talk about anti-incumbency. Where is the anti-incumbency, boss? Where is it?
Clearly, there has been delivery. See, to be fair to Shivraj Singh Chauhan, he lost 2 solid years to COVID in terms of delivery of his schemes. But still, I mean, it's not just Ladli Behna. It was Ladli Lakshmi, then Beti Bachao, Beti Padhao. So there has been a whole tradition of
You know, we had this gentleman from Matris who came the other day and he said, शिवराज सिंह चौहान के खिलाफ जितनी एंटी इनकम्बेंसी बीजेपी की अंदर थी उतनी एंटी इनकम्बेंसी बाहर नहीं है
बाहर नहीं है
That was the first story that I wrote
नहीं एक और
from
along
the
with the
election
Ladli
day.
Behna, just to say on the Mandir card, the Mahakal, the Ujjain turnaround which has happened, Omkareshwar turnaround that has happened, the Chitrakoot or that side Konark and you know those belts that have happened.
Indore.
A lot of Indore turnaround. So a lot of these have also happened on ground. We'll have to see. It still leads. It still leads. Sir, Rajasthan. Sir, Rajasthan, Payal Mehta going to Payal Mehta straight away. Payal, others are 13. Who's calling them? Who's speaking to them?
नरेंद्र मोदी जी के प्रति अटूट विश्वास है। जनता ने मोदी जी में विश्वास व्यक्त किया है क्योंकि उनकी कथनी और करनी में फर्क नहीं है। उन्होंने जो देश को दिया है, जिन्होंने गरीब के लिए कल्याण के लिए जो काम किया है, युवाओं के लिए, महिला के लिए, किसान के लिए, दलित के लिए, आदिवासी के लिए, ये उसी का परिणाम है कि लोगों ने खुले मन से मोदी जी को आशीर्वाद दिया है और भारतीय जनता पार्टी में विश्वास व्यक्त
अगर जरूरत आएगी तो इंडिपेंडेंस से और जो भी रिबेल्स है उससे कौन बात कर रहा है?
स्पष्ट बहुमत और प्रचंड बहुमत की सरकार बनाएगी।
आपको बड़े अहम समय पे आपको प्रेसिडेंट बनाया, बड़े अहम समय पे आपको नेतृत्व दिया गया था यहाँ का राज्य का। आप सेटिस्फाइड है? आपको जिस तरह से मेहनत का रंग नजर आ रहा है अभी इनिशियल ट्रेंड?
देखिए, अध्यक्ष एक दायित्व होता है और उसको मैंने कोशिश की कि ईमानदारी से मैं उसका निर्वहन कर सकूं। सभी वरिष्ठ लोगों का मार्गदर्शन लेते हुए टीम राजस्थान मिलकर काम किया है। चूंकि अध्यक्ष कुछ नहीं करता, पार्टी के हजारों लाखों कार्यकर्ताओं की मेहनत का परिणाम है कि आज भारतीय जनता पार्टी
मुख्यमंत्री चेहरा कौन होगा?
बता दीजिए कि मुख्यमंत्री का चेहरा कौन होगा?
ये पार्लियामेंट्री वोट तय करेगा।
Well, of course, a very resilient CP Joshi.
Where CP Joshi is confident. These others.
That his party wins, but also at the same time to ensure that everybody stays together. Because remember, Rajasthan is all about caste.
Yeah.
He is a caste neutral kind of a person who was brought in to keep everybody together. He's an experienced candidate, enjoys the support of the BJP top brass. But the battle for BJP will begin from here on. कि मुख्यमंत्री का चेहरा कौन होगा?
No, who is in touch with the others? You were telling us. Can you quickly tell us these 12 independents? Who are they leaning towards? The BJP or the Congress? Those who are leading right now.
It's very interesting because, there are quite a few people within the BJP rank who have a lot of experience as far as that is concerned. Undoubtedly, whatsoever, the biggest leader in the ranks is Vasundhara Raje Shinde. The kind of, connect that she has with people, the kind of chemistry that she enjoys with people, not just within the BJP, but even outside, is well known to the people of Rajasthan. Also, Gajendra Singh Shekhawat, who was supposed to be in Jodhpur, has stayed back and is now in Rajasthan, in Jaipur itself. He's going to be at the party headquarters in a short while from now. He's again a very, very important face to watch out for. He's somebody who's a tough negotiator. Maybe he can bring in his expertise when it comes to, probably tackling a tricky situation like this.
Shekhawat ji, the Jal Shakti minister, was put through the rigor by Ashok Gehlot because they had to actually have the CRPF to extricate him because they were ready to nab him in Jodhpur.
I have a question.
Rajasthan, yeah,
I have a question. If it's 107-80 like this, if it crystallizes here, is that better for Vasundhara Raje, or if it's 120, does that make it worse for her?
This is better, and that is why the party high command will be in touch with those others.
Yeah.
Because if they manage to bring in, then they'll say we can put our person.
So there are two guys in the Bikaner belt. There are two guys, independents. One is Ravinder Singh Bhatt from Shio. He's leading. From Baitu, the RLTP, Umed Ram Beniwal is leading. In the Udaipur belt, there are 4 seats from the BAP party. Now, I don't know what their political affiliations are. From the BAP party, there are 4 seats in the outskirts of Udaipur that they are leading. And then you have one person of the BSP, I believe, Ritesh Agarwal of the BSP, Ritu Banawat, independent from Haryana, and you have Ritesh Sharma of the BSP from Dholpur. So 1 BSP, 4 from BAP party, and the remaining are independents. Will you need them? I don't know. I don't know if it's 107-80, you may not need them. But I think if it's 107-80, if it crystallizes here, it's advantage Vasundhara Raje. If it's 120-60, then I think it's advantage the other candidates.
I think you also have to look at the caste dynamics and who's been, which caste has dominantly voted for the BJP.
Let's dwell on the Mandir aspect because the alphabet of politics, as per as Rahul Shivshankar, the 7 M's mein se 3, Modi, Mahila and Mandir, he said PM campaigned in Mathura. And has that had an impact in East Rajasthan?
Many people said that was because he was looking at East Rajasthan.
And then we'll go to Madhya Pradesh.
So again, you go back to the Gujar factor, the pilot factor, and I think it is playing itself out in Eastern Rajasthan. Look at that. Out of the 36 seats, 36 seats, 19 the BJP is leading in, the Congress only in 15. Just compare that to 2018. The Congress swept those seats. In fact, the BJP had just 4 of those seats last time around. In 2023, they've regained not just those 4, but they've now gone past the Congress. So in the Gujar belt, I think you can confidently say there has been anger against the Congress.
Actually, how well this campaign has been run by the party, the details that they've gone into to have the effect, at least the optical effect on certain constituencies, and I don't know, perhaps that's
Nistula is saying BJP is the Bharatiya Adivasi party. So if they are leading in 4, they will go with the victor. We should just say that they will lean towards the victor. So 10 independents? No, 10 plus 4, 14?
There's 4 of the BAP party. There is 1 from the BSP, that's 5.
So I want to ask a question. Let's ask a macro question and let's go around the table and let me ask you.
11.
Caste census ka ab kya hoga? Caste census ka kya hoga? That was a caste card that was supposed to deliver the Congress and it was supposed to make the BJP cringe. Kya hoga?
If these results hold, then I think that this entire caste card by the Congress and the idea of the caste census has not really struck a chord. And that's a large part of the reason is that the BJP has made strong inroads into OBCs, and that we are not seeing signs of that receding. Also,
the PM said, and he went on saying it, that these people are dividing India. This is not Bharat Jodo, this is Bharat Todo. He used an approximate.
See, in the exit poll data, what had come out was that the OBCs have gone for the BJP, upper castes and OBCs, and the tribals and SCs have gone with the Congress or other formations, etc. So it clearly shows that OBCs are going where they have actually been given some leadership positions. BJP had done it since the 80s, if you remember the social engineering project, and then
it's about walking the talk, and it's purely this jiski jitni sankhya bhari versus Modi ki guarantee. So you trust the PM to deliver and actually walk the talk rather than these promises that have been made. But the Muslim vote is consolidating in favor of the Congress as per as now. Sir, shifting focus. Yes, please complete and then we'll go.
I just want to make a small point here.
has also spoken. We'll go to that.
this would completely throw up the entire stability and all of the markers of society for the last, which have defined a party for the last 20-30. I think this is also showing people don't want upheavals. People want more stability.
You know, look at 144. If it crystallizes at 144, that is the best ever performance of the BJP.
141 plus 3, best ever BJP.
And to do this after 20 years in power, I don't think is a
This is the historic number. See, Zaka, when we were on the broadcast, that's when Shivraj Singh Chauhan had said, अप्रत्याशित मैं अब तक conservative था, पर चुनाव के बाद मैं कह रहा हूँ अप्रत्याशित. आज तक कभी हमने इतना जीता नहीं है. The outliers who are being complimented by Rahul Shivshankar, they seem to be getting the trend right.
No, only in one. Excuse me.
No, there are 3 of them.
Only in one.
No, there are 3 of them, sir, in Rajasthan. Let's call up the multi-poll of polls of Rajasthan.
The other 2 were
3 of them were there.
Higher than,
I want to ask a
Much
question which goes back to the previous question you had asked about the minority vote. If you are seeing that what's happening in Telangana, for example, with the Muslim vote going to the Congress entirely, I wonder what Akhilesh Yadav and Mamata Banerjee are thinking looking at this.
Sir, Jyotiraditya Scindia has reacted. Sanjeev Srivastava and Pradesh Bhandari back into the conversation after Jyotiraditya Scindia.
हमारी डबल इंजन की सरकार प्रधानमंत्री जी के नेतृत्व में, मध्य प्रदेश में शिवराज सिंह जी के नेतृत्व में जो जन कल्याण की योजनाएं हैं, जो गरीब उत्थान की योजनाएं हैं, सेवा और सुशासन की जो हमारी सरकार है, जनता का पूर्ण आशीर्वाद भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ रहेगा. कल कई कहानियां मैंने सुनी कि लड्डू कोई एकत्रित कर रहे थे, कोई शाबाशी की बैनर्स पोस्टर्स लगवा रहे थे, और मैंने सदैव कहा था कि नतीजे का इंतज़ार करो. तो मुझे पूर्ण विश्वास है कि जनता का आशीर्वाद भारतीय जनता पार्टी के साथ रहेगा, और समूचे मध्य प्रदेश की जनता को मैं नमन करता हूं. और अभी रुझान आ रहे हैं, अंतिम नतीजे तक हम लोग इंतज़ार करें, पर मुझे पूरा विश्वास है कि भारतीय जनता पार्टी की सरकार बहुमत नहीं लेकिन पूर्ण बहुमत के साथ बनेगी. अब मैंने आपको सदैव कहा मैं ज्योतिष नहीं हूँ, तो मैंने कहा है बहुमत नहीं संपूर्ण बहुमत के साथ सरकार.
क्या कारण मानते हैं जनता का इतना समर्थन मिला है, क्या वजह रही?
मैंने यही कहा कि हमारी डबल इंजन की सरकार, प्रधानमंत्री जी का नेतृत्व, प्रदेश में हमारी जन कल्याणकारी योजनाएं, इन सभी के आधार पर हमारा जनता के साथ एक व्यक्तिगत और हृदय का संबंध, सुशासन की सरकार, यही कारण है. मुझे पूर्ण विश्वास है कि पूर्ण
That's why many people like to speak early morning, because the bass quotient in your voice, just tonal quality just goes up, ladies and gentlemen. You notice that with Jyotiraditya Scindia. I just have to say that. But you see that, ladies.
I know, right?
Seriously. First thing that stood out was with Jyotiraditya Scindia was the bass in that voice. Yeah. And
will he be a happy man today? Because let's be very, very clear about it.
How is his belt doing? Yeah.
His region, we'll just show his region. His region's doing well for the BJP. They've managed to retain a large number of those seats. This is the Scindia factor. Let's try and bring it up once again. All right, let's go to the filter. This is the Scindia factor. Here it is. 19, I think 19 out of the 28. So 19 out of 28.
And things are still crystallizing. It could change.
It could even go up.
ये वही 19 सीटें हैं जो निकल के आई थी.
But there is one very interesting thing, that after many days we hear from Scindia the mention of Shivraj Singh Chauhan.
Yeah.
You're right.
Correct.
Unke netritwa mein, I don't know whether he is happy about it or sad.
This is the apratyashit jeet, then Shivraj Singh Chauhan continues to be firmly there, at least till Lok Sabha 2024. Another insight that came from the pen point man.
Yeah. If this number holds, they're all winners. This is a pro-incumbency sweep.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
They're marching towards 150.
I don't know.
Yeah, 150, 149 leads.
Yeah.
Shivani, where are the big leads?
Gujarat.
Quick update, sir.
Even Gujarat hasn't given.
Rahul, please hold the discussion, live result up, and then we'll come back to you. Yes.
You're talking about Shivraj Singh Chauhan, so let me just tell you first up, Anand, 2 rounds of the EVM counts have taken place. He has 9,000 votes and is leading from Budni. Just to give you a sense of the vote count right now, let me also give you a sense from Jabalpur. It seems to be BJP leading in mostly all the states, Jabalpur Kant, Jabalpur Pashchim, Jabalpur Purb. So in Jabalpur Purb, there's Achal Sokar of the BJP leading, has 6,700 votes. The Congress Party's candidate has 4,400 votes. Just again to give you an idea, after round one of polling here. Let me also give you another big update. Now, this is a state where a lot of ministers were made to contest. So I told you about Kulaste, who's been going up and down in just a bit. But from Narsinghpur, Prahlad Singh Patel is now leading after first round of EVM polling or counting. 5,567 votes for him. So that's just a trend coming in from Madhya Pradesh.
Madhya Pradesh. We'll stay with Madhya Pradesh. Thanks for that, Shivani. We'll stay with Madhya Pradesh and then we'll shift focus back to Chhattisgarh in just a bit. 149, nearly reaching 150. This is what pollsters had said. Pradeep Bhandari is with us. Pradeep Bhandari and then Rahul Shivshankar, take it away. Yeah, Pradeep Bhandari.
Yeah, Anand, if you see in Madhya Pradesh, if this trend continues and the Bharatiya Janata Party settles at more than 140, then it's a clean sweep. Definitely, it's an absolute pro-incumbency. But you look at Rajasthan, Rajasthan is also giving a completely clear verdict, nothing in favor of the Congress Party, and the Bharatiya Janata Party is coming back. But on Chhattisgarh, I believe that this number will go up and down because right now the Bharatiya Janata Party, as you're showing, is at 47. There are many seats which are in very close margin. So it is also possible that the Congress Party and the BJP will only have a difference of 3 to 4 seats. But one thing is for sure that both the parties will be beyond 40 seats. And BRS, if you look at Telangana, it's a clean sweep, which means that the entire minority vote has shifted to the Congress Party. And even in northern Telangana, where the Congress had 0 base vote, all of that is gone. It's a complete anti-BRS sentiment which has been voted. So without any takeoff vote, the Congress Party in 5 months has swept Telangana, which is a very big talking point.
But Rahul,
Madhya Pradesh, Rahul, I mean 151, 152. In 20 years, BJP has not seen this kind of a majority.
Even in Gujarat, where the Prime Minister hails from, where Amit Shah hails from, you've had, scares for the Bharatiya Janata Party.
2017, for example.
Exactly. Yes. So I'm just saying that as far as an election is concerned, this remains really the laboratory
for the BJP, no doubt about it. And
this is the Sangathan ka stage for them.
I want to come back to that point. People talk about Ladli Behna, but when he launched it, I don't think the centre was particularly happy about it because again it goes back into this whole Revdi culture and why is he doing this when we're railing and ranting against Revdi culture. But he stuck with it. He stuck with it because he realized, and he launched Ladli Behna I think a day or two after Kamal Nath went in one of the rallies and said hum 1500 rupees denge mahilaon ko. Right after that he said Ladli Behna, and I think one of the interesting campaign themes for Shivraj through the last few months was agar main jaunga to ye band ho jayegi. I think that played a big factor.
I think one of the interesting things about the BJP in this campaign has been how adept they've been at reacting to situations on the ground. With Ladli Behna, for example, they saw the traction was getting on the ground, and then the Prime Minister and Amit Shah both then talked about it.
Before the poll code kicked in, they also increased the amount.
Yeah, exactly.
And they promised that they'd give a lot more.
Make it even more. I think 3,000 by
They were fairly nimble in this election campaign.
Look, if women voters are turning out, see, you also have to anticipate things. It's quite clear that the BJP has a machinery that is very, very deeply seeded into the populace. So they know what is required, when it is required, and that's what they talk famed organizational machinery.
I think the issue for the BJP in Madhya Pradesh was they had deep roots, but how do you enthuse the cadre? The cadre had kind of given up, right, 3 or 4 months back. With Ladli Behna, with Shivraj going around, and the Prime Minister, and the moves by the central leadership to get all the high-flying leaders there. I think that's a change thing for the cadre. I mean, it gave them something to fight for.
Quickly just compare. See, 152, which are the biggest gains compared to 2018 and 2013.
So if you look at the map,
Congress aayegi to bahut pitoge tum.
If you look at the map, guys, look at this belt. This is the Budni, Khargon, the southern part of Madhya Pradesh, that belt just south of Bhopal. And then you have this whole tribal belt here in Mandsaur, Ratlam, Jhabua, that belt. And here again in Gwalior, Chambal, they've got quite a few seats. So Scindia, credit to him. And this anyway has been the BJP's stronghold, the Vindhyachal, Rewa Pannat, Singrauli, all the way to the eastern part of the state. So this has anyway been the BJP's stronghold. But where they've really come back in a big way is southern Madhya Pradesh. This is entirely Shivraj. The tribal part, which is Neemach, Mandsaur, that belt, and of course in some parts
both
of Chambal
Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh, the women pipped the men to the post.
Yep, they did.
Now, how did the BJP plot in these regions in 2018?
If you were to look at how the BJP did
these regions, how did they plot
in these regions? See, they had seats here, but the other regions, they had far fewer here in the tribal belt. They had far fewer here in Gwalior Chambal. But this belt seems to have been with the BJP. This is again a stronghold of the BJP. So they've returned in that belt pretty well. They had a lot more here, on the northern side of Bhopal. The southern side, again, it is a stronghold. This is again where the OBC politics comes into effect. But really, I think the difference between 2018 and 2023 has been a lot more saffron here, a lot more saffron here, and a lot more saffron in
150 for the BJP in terms of leads, 109, further consolidating itself in Rajasthan in terms of leads. More rounds of counting have happened, ladies and gentlemen. At least into the third round of counting in a lot of places we are given to understand. Look at Chhattisgarh. The BJP further racing away in Chhattisgarh to 48 leads. 48 leads. And again in Telangana, the Congress racing away to nearly 70 leads. 69 leads for the Congress party in Telangana. So it's runaway mandates that are being given. It's not hung situations that we're seeing. The others are at 14 in Rajasthan, and that is also significant, and it's coming at the cost of the Congress party. It's coming at the cost of the Congress party that the others are 14 and 109 for the BJP in Rajasthan. Yes, Rahul, and Rajasthan, if you can quickly look at.
Can we go to the election hub on Chhattisgarh? I want to actually know how many rounds, what's happening.
How many rounds? We'll try and get Shivani with Rajesh Raina to tell us state by state how many rounds of counting largely have happened.
But Chhattisgarh, I think it's very, very clear. The Naxal belt, the BJP has raked up big numbers.
48.
They lost very badly in 2018 in the Naxal belt. And in the tribal belt in the north, again, they've run up the numbers very, very comfortably. Even in Durg and Raipur cities, previously the Congress had led in all of the seats, and the BJP had only one lead. Right now, the BJP is leading in all of the seats except 2. So this is again a sort of a vote for change, if you will. Now, what the factors for that change were, we don't know. That's a matter of debate.
But one gets the sense that this could become a seesaw. Chhattisgarh could still be a seesaw, ladies and gentlemen. Let's see again, as I'm saying, it's become a seesaw. 47-41 now.
At the moment in Chhattisgarh, Congress is ahead. The BJP is ahead in rural seats. Both in rural significantly, in urban marginally. So, that kind of tells you that this is a comprehensive trend across
this is in a state where the price of paddy was the biggest talking point. Yes. It was competitive. Again, BJP said we'll increase it to
Chawal
X.
Matters. We'll try and get Arunima live. Yes, Abhijit.
Yeah, I mean, apart from the women's vote, one big story from these trends is clearly BJP regaining the tribal ground in Chhattisgarh, Madhya Pradesh. I don't know if we have Rajasthan tribal belt.
I'll give you the numbers.
Just hold the thoughts. One second, quick update. These pictures on your screen are the BJP's war room in Madhya Pradesh. There's a hub of activity, a lot of people coming through. Yes, Nalin. Nalin, make your point.
I was making the point that in Chhattisgarh, on the question of tribals, in the reserved tribal seats, the BJP is leading by a fair margin.
Yeah, I'll give you the exact number as well. Let's look at the tribal seats. The
because in Rajasthan last time the tribals went against
17 versus 14 BJP. Out of 32 seats, 32 tribal seats in Chhattisgarh. 17 the BJP is leading in, 14 the Congress. In 2018 it was the opposite story because the Congress won.
Absolutely.
There was a wipeout. The Congress had 28 out of 33. The BJP only had 3. So the BJP has come back in those tribal seats, and I think that's a big factor as well, particularly in northern Chhattisgarh.
In Rajasthan, Zaka, the tribals had not really voted for the BJP in the last election. Let's have a look.
Let's try and see if we can pull out the tribal factor, the tribal dominating seats.
It can be a little interesting after this Rajasthan conversation.
Rajasthan, the number I am seeing right now
and to all our experts, between Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh and Chhattisgarh, how the OBCs, the SCs and the tribals have voted this time around, if there is a continuum and if there is a pattern, it will be nice to plot.
So in the tribal seats in Rajasthan, again, bulk of it is in the Udaipur belt in southern Rajasthan. Out of 12, BJP is leading in 6, Congress in 3, the other 3 are the BAP party. The BAP party is a tribal party, as Distilla was saying. They are leading in 3, Dungarpur seat they are leading in Chorasi, and they are leading in Aspur. All of it in the outskirts of
Do you have the
Udaipur.
swing seats here in Rajasthan? Let's have a look at those, because those were quite the decider.
So if I can go back and check the tight fights, the 2018 tight fights, I think there were 20 plus seats that were tight fights. There were 19 seats.
40 seats were decided by a margin less than 3%.
Right now, it's even Stevens. BJP has 9, Congress has 9. Again, in different regions, by the way. A set of seats here in this Kota belt. There's a bunch of seats in the desert. And of course, a bunch of seats in northern Rajasthan as well. But the tight fights are still continuing to be,
tight.
Very tight.
As we are speaking, Chhattisgarh has become 45-43. See, this is the reason why, BJP is right on the halfway mark now. We were just saying that they're running away. This is going to, ye phasega. Ye lag raha hai, lag raha hai, one gets a scene ki ye phasega.
Yeah, Chhattisgarh is the new Madhya Pradesh. We're going to be here till 11 p.m. Gentlemen, please get your black coffee.
We have to see who are these two others.
Everybody messaging me saying this channel is showing the BJP.
I know.
See, these
black coffee at 11 p.m.
at 7 a.m. I'm just saying, Zaka, these two others, 45, 46 for the BJP, two others, and 47, 48.
So
that could be a scenario.
One of them is a lady called Lalita Kanwar from the HRP. It's a regional party there in Chhattisgarh. She's leading from the seat of Khujji. And the other is from Tuleshwar Hira Singh Makram from Pali Tankar. He seems to be from a party called the GGP. So smaller parties, regional sort of Chhattisgarh-based parties. But the two others could be significant, because if these numbers are fluctuating around that 45 mark, who would these two go with?
Arunima is live from Chhattisgarh. Chawal would be the factor. Is what was the sentiment in Bastar, but Bastar seems to be going the BJP way. Arunima, और ये फंस रहा है. Now it's swift. It's swung. Congress is leading at 45. BJP at 43.
It's swinging very fast, Anand. And, if you ask the Congress leaders, they are saying we are waiting and watching. They're pointing out that in 2013, Congress had celebrated early, and by 12 o'clock, the result had swung completely in BJP's favor. But as of this moment, especially in Bastar, things are not looking too good for Congress. Chabindra Karma, who is the candidate from Dantewada, son of Mahindra Karma, he's trailing. Manish Kunjam, who's from the left, in Skonta, he's leading against Kawasi Lakma, who has won 6 times from that seat. In Jagdalpur, the urban seat of Bastar, BJP is leading. In main Bastar seat, however, Congress has taken the lead.
Right.
But in spite of those numbers, there are these 3-4 people here who have give me a second, because I want to show you what they're showing. ये आप क्या लेकर आए?
जलसा मिर्चा मछली है, ये आपको बिहार में ही मिलता है, हमारे वैशाली जिला से।
बिहार से यहाँ है?
बिहार से आए हैं। इंडिया महागठबंधन जब से बना है, हम लोग का उद्देश्य है कि पूरे देश में इंडिया महागठबंधन
डाल दीजिए अंदर. So there's machli from Bihar to pray for the India alliance. There are some Congress workers, and there was a mithai ka dabba also, which has now gone missing. I think that's all that is left, because they have been distributing the sweets, Anand. But this is all that is left now.
No, but are they actually?
That ultimately the Congress party will do well.
Are they fishing in troubled waters? Is the larger question, Arunima. But there are 7 M's that Rahul Shivshankar actually listed out here. 1 M we are not doing, ladies and gentlemen, and that's not part of our deal, is the manual manipulation. So if there are others who are showing leads at 50 plus in Chhattisgarh, that's not the case. This is the true picture that you're seeing all around. This is what is coming in from ground up, from the live result hub and from our counting centers. Arunima, great job done. We'll come back to you in just a bit, taking it back into the studio, ladies and gentlemen. We will try and call out the halfway marks, but there are the only 2 places where it is seeming, 3 places it's seeming settled. MP, Rajasthan and Telangana in terms of the leads. But in Chhattisgarh, bhai sahab, ye to ghum raha hai. And this is perhaps going to keep us all on our toes for some time. 152 in Madhya Pradesh for the BJP. That's the number of leads. This is really plotting itself. Rahul Shivshankar.
Well, look, let me just tell you, even coming down to Chhattisgarh now, look, viewers, this channel is getting its data from reporters and from the counting centers. I don't know about other channels. We're getting some queries on our Twitter, etc., saying why are we where we are. Well, let me just tell you, even if it remains one of those elections where things are sort of hung, जैसे आप कह रहे हैं लटक रहा है, this would be a major moral victory for the Bharatiya Janata Party.
They were at 19 last time.
They would have
come from 19 to 40.
Bragging rights
is quite something.
With each round of counting, the scenario is changing in Chhattisgarh. So Chhattisgarh is actually the state to watch in terms of the results, because everywhere else it's kind of looking settled after about 3-4 rounds of counting. How many rounds of counting? We'll try and get an update with Shivani and Rajesh Ryan in just a bit.
Nice to check in on Mizoram.
Yeah. Mizoram is tomorrow. Mizoram is tomorrow. Mizoram is tomorrow. Mizoram is tomorrow. Yeah. So we will continue to check on that. Yes, Rajasthan. What big insights on the wall?
So I think in Rajasthan it's pretty clear. I think the BJP is home and dry. It's well past 100. The others figure is slowly but surely creeping up. Yeah. There are a bunch of independents here in this Jaisalmer-Bikaner belt. There is the BAP party in the Udaipur belt. And there are a couple here and there. But I suspect that if these numbers hold at slightly over 100 plus, 105, 106 in that range, I think the BJP is comfortably home. And I kept saying this in the earlier part of the program as well. 106, 107 is where Vasundhara Raje will also fancy her chances, because if it's a runaway 120 plus kind of a victory, then the party doesn't really, or the High Command doesn't really need her. But at 106, there's just much enough to go past the halfway mark, and yet at the same time, it's not that comfortable that they can afford to ignore her. Because look at her belt. She's completely raked up the numbers in that Jhalawar, Jhalapatan belt. The Congress has only 2 seats in that belt. The rest of it is completely BJP. So I think, and plus, look at her competitors. One of them, Mr. Rathod, is trailing from Jotwara.
Rathod is trailing, and Gajendra Shekhawat has not returned the number of seats that one would expect from him in Jodhpur, where he was giving a direct fight with Ashok Gehlot's constituency, and Rani Saiba remains the strongest and perhaps the tallest.
We also have to look at the vote